This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support is greatly appreciated.
And it's also my understanding that the government has decided to revise Canada's Citizenship Guide. Ostensibly, there will be expenditures related to this decision, and my questions relate to the content of both instruments, which has relevancy related to the expenditures included therein. Will the minister reverse his decision to remove female genital mutilation from Canada's Citizenship Guide?
I haven't done that, and the assertion that, first of all, the Citizenship Guide hasn't been written. We're still in the consultation stage to put together.
So the draft.
Can I finish my answer?
I don't have
please?
enough time. So the draft
I'm trying to finish. Mr. Chair, can I finish? I've been asked a question. I'd like to finish my answer.
Point of order. I was asking a yes or no question.
I've been asked a question. I'd like to finish my answer, please.
Point of order.
If that's possible.
On decorum, you must appreciate I have very limited amount of time to question the minister. I'm looking for a yes or no answer, not a talk the clock answer. So I will be brief and brisk.
The honourable member is suggesting that I've removed something from a product that hasn't been completed. So I'd like to set the record straight about that.
It is a convention of this committee that it is the member's time.
Okay.
So I'm afraid I do have to let her ask the question. And
thank you, Mr. Chair. So then, yes or no, Minister, the document that was released or leaked earlier this year, Canada's Citizenship Guide, was that not
the Citizenship Guide has not been written.
So will female genital mutilation? Will female genital mutilation?
The Citizenship Guide has not been written yet.
Will female genital mutilation be listed as an intolerable practice in Canada?
The Citizenship Guide has not been written yet. We're consulting
Minister, this is a yes or no question.
It's not.
Female genital mutilation affects over 200 million women worldwide. We're talking about a woman's clitoris being cut off to remove her sexual agency. This is a practice that happens because it's shrouded in silence, and the reason why it's in Canada's Citizenship Guide right now is to arm women with rights, understanding of their rights. Will you commit today to ensuring that this practice is listed as an intolerable practice and a crime as it currently is right now?
I will commit to continuing to consult, which your party and your government didn't do when they were drafting their own.
I have consulted on this, Minister. There are over 17,000 Canadians who have signed a petition to keep this in here. I can't imagine any group that would suggest that you should take it out. So I'm wondering.
The Citizenship Guide has not been written, and I'm consulting with stakeholders.
Well, I'm asking you today. I'm asking you today if ultimately this is your decision. This affects millions of women worldwide. We know that the Canadian Border Services Agency... In our government, we make decisions based on consultations. Thank you very much. I have the floor. Mr. Chair...
you asked me a question, I'm answering.
Minister...
Unless you're making a speech.
Minister, this is a very simple yes or no decision. Will you commit to including female genital mutilation?
I will commit to continuing to consult stakeholders in a way that you did not do when you were in government.
Which stakeholder are you consulting that is...
We're consulting experts who are advising us on making sure that the Citizenship Guide is diverse, that it includes women, that it includes LGBTQ2 communities who have not...
What's going on? Point of order on decorum.
If I could just have the floor for a moment. I'm just being reminded that members should display appropriate courtesy and fairness at all times when questioning witnesses, and that witnesses are to answer questions. However, if they feel the answer has been given, that is also fair. So I would ask the member to show appropriate courtesy and fairness, and I believe the witness has answered the question.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, Minister, you've suggested that you're consulting with people on this particular issue.
Yes.
Which groups have suggested that this should be removed from the Citizenship Guide?
No one has suggested that.
So will you commit today to including female genital mutilation in Canada's Citizenship Guide?
I'll commit to continuing to consult Canadians on the Citizenship Guide.
So we know from reports this summer that practitioners of female genital mutilation are coming to Canada. The CBSA has been put on alert for this, and we've also had a report saying that Canada is woefully underprepared to deal with the problem of Canadian girls being brought abroad to have the practice done to them. I don't understand why you won't commit today to shedding light on this practice as it has been done within Canada's Citizenship Guide. So I will ask you again, can you please provide rationale as to why this would be removed from Canada's Citizenship Guide?
There hasn't been any removing of anything. There's no citizenship guide that has been written. So your assertion that we've removed something from something that hasn't been completed is completely false. So I can't go with
I will
that
go back
logic.
to my previous question. Earlier this year, in June, a leaked copy of the draft Citizenship Guide was provided to the media. And in that draft, female genital mutilation had been removed from the guide. Additionally, your predecessor had suggested that this would be removed from Canada's Citizenship Guide. So 2 questions. Was this draft guide not produced by your department?
We have one citizenship guide now. It's the one that exists. The citizenship guide that we're planning to put together hasn't been completed. We're drafting it, and we're in the consultation stage.
So just to clarify, the draft guide that was released to the media, was that produced by your department?
We are consulting Canadians on producing a new citizenship guide.
So will female
the citizenship guide that exists now is the one that is.
Will female genital mutilation be included in the new version of the Citizenship Guide?
I can't comment on a product that hasn't been completed. We are in the consultation phase.
What is your personal view? What is your personal view? Do you personally believe...
I'm just going to remind the member that we're now moving outside the scope, I believe, of estimates. We're into a policy discussion.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. In regards to relevancy, I set out relevancy on the front end of this. There are expenditures related to the development of this guide and the appropriate test, which ostensibly we are discussing today. I am trying to ascertain whether or not government funds are being appropriately expended on this.
However,
therefore, I say that relevancy.
I've heard the point. However, the minister's personal views on something I do not believe are within the scope of today's meeting.
Point of order, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
With regard to the minister's personal views, the minister's views on this issue, the minister is in charge of setting policy direction. The development of the Citizenship Guide, I don't believe requires a cabinet decision. Again, he is going to be providing decision on this. So his views on whether or not this should be included is in fact relevant to the content developed therein and associated expenditures.
And I would rule that they are not, because his personal views do not cost money, and supplementary B estimates are with respect to the expenditure of Her Majesty's funds, and therefore I'd ask the member to move on now.
Thank you. Minister, have you been given direction by the Prime Minister's office to remove female genital mutilation from Canada's Citizenship Guide?
No.
So is the Prime Minister's office, have you heard from the Prime Minister his personal opinion on if it should be included or removed?
I believe I've already answered that question. I have not received direction on this from the Prime Minister's office.
Will you advocate to the Prime Minister to keep the female genital mutilation within Canada's Citizenship Guide?
I have not received direction from the Prime Minister's office regarding this matter.
And just to re-clarify, the draft that was released to the media earlier this year, was that or was that not produced by your department?
The honourable member should know that what we're doing is what you didn't do, which is consult experts on what should go into the Citizenship Guide. That's what we're doing.
Mr. Chair,
when the Citizenship Guide comes out, you'll see what's in it and what's not in it.
Mr. Chair, I'm asking a very simple question. There's been a lot of debate in the House of Commons on this. I would like an answer from the Minister. Was the draft that was leaked to the media that did not include female genital mutilation you know what? I'm going to direct it to the Deputy Minister. Deputy Minister, the draft of the report, the Citizenship Guide that was leaked to the media earlier this year, was that developed by your department?
We're in the active process on consulting, and there have been multiple drafts of the Citizenship Guide as we consult with various stakeholders, and I can't comment on any particular document that was unofficially provided.
Is female genital mutilation included in the most recent draft that the department is working on? We're
in the process of consulting on that document, and it will be released when the document is final and ready for
Deputy Minister, have there been any groups that have advised the department to remove female genital mutilation from the Citizenship Guide?
We are consulting
very quickly, we're at the end of the time.
with a very wide range of groups on a whole range of issues related to the Citizenship Guide, and that's consultation is active right now.
Thank you.